Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alba and welcome. I'm so excited. I have not, oh that was my pen. I have not talked to you guys in what it feels like to me such a long time. Feels like forever. So I'm sending you a really big virtual hug, like really big, because I really miss talking to you guys. So what's up? I hope you guys are having like a really great day right now, or night, or whatever time you're watching this video. But yeah, what I wanted to talk about today, I recently just went to the dentist, and I don't know, I feel like since I've turned vegan, my body has been very sensitive, and especially the mouth area, and especially towards sound, which I'm going to do another video on how to know when you're shifting, and in the sense of spiritual, in the sense of being spiritual and aware. So look out for that video. But back to the dentist video. So I've noticed that my body is sensitive since turning vegan, yes, and since being more aware and conscious overall. But this time I went to the dentist this week to just get a cleaning, and I got in a little bit late, and it was just 5 minutes late. It wasn't nothing crazy. I waited like 30 minutes to get seen. I was a little bit tight, but I wasn't in a rush to do anything, so I wasn't really mad. I wasn't working. I was like, cool, I'm chilling, you know. So then after that, I get seen. I go inside the room, and then the dentist comes in, and which is strange because usually the doctor comes in after the cleaning, but for some reason today she came in, and she's like, hey, how you doing? You know, being nice, chatter, and she looks at my teeth and she's like, your teeth are awesome, they're amazing. I'm like, thank you, I know, thank you, where's my family? And then I don't really remember how it was brought up, but she was talking to me about fluoride, and like I just had to stop her halfway because I already know my knowledge on fluoride, and I've done research, and if you do not know, you should do some research on fluoride. It is in tap water, and it's used in most of our toothpastes, so I don't really drink tap water when I don't need to. If I'm like thirsty and dying, I'll drink from it. But and I don't use like Colgate and Crest, and not throwing them under the bus or anything, but they do have fluoride in them, so I use organic toothpaste. And I was telling her, you know, well, you don't really have to explain because I already know I'm vegan, you know. And she's like, oh, her whole mood and conversation totally changed. She's like, oh, and she chuckles, and then she was like, well, my husband was vegan. And I was like, oh, that's really cool, how's that? And she's like, well, you know, I didn't really like it much, so I turned him back to eating meat. And I was just like, whoa, that's sad. Like, I'm sorry. And she's like, well, you know, he read the study of China, or the China study, that book, and she asked me if I read it. She's like, he read this book, and he's like, you need to read this book to her. This will change your life, and you will want to be vegan. And she asked me if I read it. That's why I turned vegan. I was like, well, no, I'm aware of the book. I've read a couple pages, but I never actually read the whole book, and that's not what made me turn vegan, you know. And she was just like, it was just so interesting to hear a dentist talk about veganism from a different perspective, just because she was just like not downing it so much, but she just saw it like a little joke, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, well, I mean, this is no joke for me, this is my life, you know. I chose to do this, and I'm happy, and I'm okay with that. But I'm so it's so unfortunate that you went through this. Like, you made your husband go back. Like, I think it's pretty fucked up in a way. It's like, dang, he like brought something really great to your relationship, and you just like totally ignored it. I was like, nah, like, I'm gonna bring some meat up in here and you're gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of respect is pretty disrespectful, actually. It's not even respect. But at that point, I was just like, I didn't really say much. I was just like, I usually ask a lot of questions when people are interested in knowing something about veganism, and I want to hear like their lifestyle and stuff like that. But this time I was just pretty quiet, and they were asking me most of the questions, and of course I answered. And yeah, it was just very strange. The whole vibe of it changed, and I feel like as soon as I told her I was vegan, she was coming for my life. Like, it's literally like low-key coming for my life. Oh, you know, you should change, you should really include fluoride in your everyday use because it does this. I'm like, girl, I already know what fluoride does to you, what the dentistry system has taught you. And she was very clear on, well, I know, which was very, very strange actually. She was like, I know how to actually manipulate people because in dentistry school they taught me how to do this. And I was just like, why would you ever want to tell somebody that? I'm not really sure, but she did, and I actually appreciate it because now it was clear to me that in these educational environments, you know, they teach you a certain way to think and to process and to express that to whoever, you know, you're seeing as a doctor, and it's very one-sided. So I was very disappointed at the end of that appointment because I was just like, dang, you know, in our society, these doctors and dentists that we look up to help us in health, they don't help you. They just put a band-aid over something that, you know, cut you up, close it up, and put medicine in you, and you know, all of that jazz that I can go on talking about forever. If you guys do want to hear more about this, I could totally make another video, but it's messed up. The system is messed up, and I just laughed when I got out of the appointment, honestly. I wanted to share that experience with you guys because in these moments, I used to think when I first was like starting into dabbing into veganism that, you know, like, oh my God, I used to be nervous, I used to be scared, and now I'm just like, it's unfortunate that you are not interested. And you know, everybody taps into it at a different time in their lives or lifestyle, or just like don't ever do it, you know. But it's just amazing because the main thing that I said and expressed was just the energy that I always have when I wake up. I wake up before my alarm clock, guys. Every single day I wake up before. Like, that's crazy. My alarm clock is at 6:55, 7 o'clock every single weekday. And I wake up immediately, like at 6:58. It's crazy. I don't know why. It's always these random like times, but hey, I wake up and I feel alive, and I am going out throughout my day with a lot more energy, and I feel really great in my body. You know, I don't feel sluggish, even though I have those days where that was really rude, motorcycle guy. Even though I have those days where I eat, you know, vegan junk food, and or I just don't have enough water, but I am conscious about it and I'm trying to change that, you know. But yeah, that was my experience, and in these situations I really want to express whatever you want to do is for you to do, but how I handled the situation was just like, I just smiled and I chuckled, and I was just like, well, I hope you try it again, you know, it feels really great and you're gonna feel the difference immediately. And she left, and I know I got a bad vibe from her. I immediately felt that when she like switched up on me. And then I was waiting in the room for like 30 minutes and I didn't get my cleaning, and I feel like they forgot about me. So I got out of the room and I was like, hello, is anyone gonna clean me up? I've been here for almost an hour and a half, you know. And they're like, oh yeah, we got you. So yeah, with that being said, the way you react is only yours. You know, like that's what you can control. You cannot control what other people are gonna say or do, but you can control the way that you react. So be aware of that and react positively. You know, if you react negatively, it could have gone really bad if I was just like, oh my God, well, you know, you're gonna die anyways, and you might as well do this. Everyone's gonna live their life the way they want to live it, and seeing vegans and vegetarians and people that are more aware of that lifestyle doing that, it's like inspiring in a way for other people to be like, wow, I'd never be able to do that. Like, how do you do? It's like, no, you can do it. Try it. You haven't even tried it and you're saying you can't do it. Of course you're not going to be able to do it. You're already putting that energy out into the world. You're not going to do it. You just said it. You're saying it right now. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I leave you, just smile. Just smile, and people will be interested. And if they're not, who cares? Live your life, right? All right, guys. Just wanted to talk about that experience because It was a very interesting experience for me. I'll see you guys in my next video, and if you guys are not subscribed, hello, subscribe for more updates on my videos. I have so many content videos coming up, especially since I got all this brand new equipment, you feel me? I'm like really feeling all of it. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a great, awesome day. Peace and love.